Okay, guys, is it okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then you have to write about the second lab is about I think yeah. So second lab,
Addition program.
yeah. So that is this is the date, 26 December. So you have to write down uh, few programs. So I expect at least you write down about program 4. So entire code of program 4 should be handwritten. Right, this is the program regarding addition of 10 numbers. Right, so this you mention in your file. Right, so array of 10 8-bit numbers are there and you to add all these numbers. So this is the flow chart
Sir,
and this
only
is the,
one problem only.
if you have written other then no problem, but minimum this program is required.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is the flow chart and program I have shared with you also. I don't know. Okay, it is not there. Anyway, I will let me show you the program also. Yeah, so this is the program. Okay, so this is flowchart and this is the program. Okay. Now I have written comment over here. So similar type of comment you can put in your file, right? So is it okay? This is the program of
Yes,
lab
sir.
2. Okay, other program if you wish you write, but minimum this program should be there. Then this is okay. Then yeah. Then third lab, yeah. Then third lab is also 8085 program. So in this lab, 10 bytes are stored in memory location and you have to count a number between 20H which are greater than 20H and less than 30H, right? This type of program was there. So this program and also other programs are there, right? So this is lab 3, right? So so lab 3 also has to be so I can write. So so this is the first program of lab 3. Okay, so this is the lab 3, right? So number between 20H and 30H are right. So this is the program of lab 3. So this is the first program. In the homework I have given 3 other program. So this 3 other program, out of this 3 program, at least 2 program you have to write. So one of the program is 10 bytes are stored in this and you have to copy all the element to another location. So this number you have to copy into another array, right? And another program is of reversing the numbers, right? So this program reversing and all that, right? You can do on your own, but any two is required. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So one such program I give you over here, that this is the, yeah. So this is the program. What this program will do? No, this is a, not this one, but you have to reverse the number, right? So yeah, this is the program. Yeah, so this is the program which will reverse the array. So it is the third program. Sorry, second program. So 10 bytes are stored and reverse the array and reverse the array, just reversing the array, right? So this is the program and this is the one. So one pointer is pointing to 2000 and another pointer is reversed. So we are reading from 2000 and storing at 2009. So one is incremented, another is decremented. So this is the second program, right? This is the green one. Okay. Then experiment 4 is about IO port programming of ATmega32. Right. So this is in Atmel Studio. So in Atmel Studio, but before this, in this experiment 4, you have to write, you have to draw the architecture of Atmega processor, AVR. So architecture block diagram. Right. So this you have to draw, and then this is the first program which you can write. Okay. So this is the start of lab 4. Right. So write and assemble the following program such that when PB3 becomes high, write the value 45 to port C and also send high to low pulse at PD3. Any program, I think one program is missed before this lab. This is experiment 4 on which date? The date are not available with me. So just look out the dates which are available to you, and I think one experiment is missed before this one. And let me check which one is the experiment. So
Sir, AVR array addition.
AVR
Array addition.
array addition, that is remaining. Yes, yes. So I think that I should mention. So this will be lab 5, not lab 4, right? Yeah, that is remaining. So this will be lab 5 and lab 4 will be, let me write down the statement from the lab manual itself. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the statement. So this is experiment 4. So write a assembly language program to add a 2 array. Right, so
सर
okay. Yes.
तो सर आर्किटेक्चर ब्लॉक डायग्राम इसमें ड्रॉ कर दे.
Yeah, so this you add in this lab. So this thing you do over here, right? And then you write down the program. So first part is this and followed by this. Okay. Okay. So you mention about general purpose register which are available to the programmer. So every microprocessor has a programming model. Programming model means which registers are used by the programmer. So this register are on the processor itself. So that is called programming model. Programming model is different and block diagram is different. Block diagram has address line, data line, control line, entire picture. But programming model will be focused on general purpose register which are available to the programmer. So these two things you have to write. So architecture and programming model. Right, these two things you have to write. Okay. And this is the program which you have to write. Now this program is already discussed to you, so I am not writing it over here. Is it okay?
Sir, can you repeat?
Program?
No, sir. Disturbance is coming, so I can't hear.
Okay, okay. So in lab 4, you have to write down you have to draw architecture and programming model, right? So this is a descriptive part, and program is this: add a 2 array and store answer in 3rd array. So this program is already available to you, right? So this is available in the lab manual which I have shared with you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is the lab 4. Now this program can be done in two ways. Just add a 2 array, means first element of the first array, first number of the first array should be added with the first number of second array, and store the answer in 3rd array. And answer should also take care of the carry if it is there, right? So
Yes, sir.
so including carry. Then the 5th lab is about IO port programming. So ATmega 32 has several IO port, and this program deals with IO port programming. Right. So the first program, what it will do, it will so when PB3 become high, 45 has to be returned to port C, and PD3 pin should become high and low. So PD3 D port pin should be enabled high and low. C port value should be 45, and this should happen whenever PB3 becomes high. Right. Now we have executed this code, but the problem was that with ATmega, this AVR ATmel Studio 7, somehow I cannot change the port pin. So there is problem with toggling port pins, right? So but right now this is the program, right? So this is there. So this is the first program. Second program is about write an assembly language program such that switch is connected to pin PB2. If switch so we have to write program to check the status of the switch, right? So if switch is 0, then AND letter should be sent to port D, and if switch is 1, then Y letter to port D. So this is again similar kind of program of the previous one, but here there is a little bit difference that you have to wait in a loop, right? So whenever switch status changes, then we will come out of the loop and then we will do the action, right? So This program has important feature that unless B port pin number 2 is not changed, then the program will be in the loop. And at that time, initially it will be displaying no, and whenever it comes out of the loop, then it will display EY. Right. So this is the feature of the program. Right. Same feature was also there in previous program. Okay, so okay. So the sequence of these two program is little bit different. Otherwise, both the program are checking port pin and then doing the action. Then next program we have done, this is lab 6, right? So this lab 6 write a program to transfer 41
Sir,
serially
this is
one.
lab 5.
Actually, previous was lab 5. Now this is lab 6. We have missed
Yes.
one lab of that array addition, right? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
why.
Yes.
So this is lab 6. So write a program to transfer value 41 at serially 1 bit at a time via pin PB1. Put 1 high at the start and end of the data, and so at start and end of the data we have to make we have to put high, right? So put 1 high. This is important at the start and at the end. Okay, and LSB has to send first. Okay, so transfer value 41 at serially. So 41 has to be transferred, but LSB first. And before sending LSB, we have to send high. And after sending MSB, we have to again send high. So this is the program which deals with the serial port on PB1. Okay. So this is the program of lab 6. And this I have given as an exercise. So write a program to find number of ones in a given byte. Right. Now this is lab 7. So again this program is easy, right? Then this is lab 8. Okay, so assume that program room space starting with 500 contains world peace. Write a program to send all the character to port B 1 byte at a time. Okay, so this is the program. Okay, so this we have done on simulator, and we can see this. So this is lab 8, and again in the same lab we have done this program also. So port C is connected to 3 switches. Write a program to send following ASCII character to port D based on the status of switches. So if switches are 000, 0 should be sent to port D. If switches are 001, then 1 should be sent to port D. If switches are 010, then 2 should be sent to port D. So this is the program. Right. So this is a kind of lookup table. Uh, Right, and this lookup table is stored at 0x20, and our main program is at .org0. Right, so this again I think is easy. Then in the same lab we have done this program, write G in EEPROM location. So this is the program, right? Then this is the lab number 10, no 9. So this is lab 9. Arduino programming. So we are using one board which is open source hardware, and it is called Arduino board, and it is having with open source software which is called Arduino IDE. So first we have to install Arduino IDE, and then with the help of this board we can download the program on this IDE, on this board, Arduino Uno board. So we have done one program of LED blinking, right? So these are using its own function. This Arduino board, Arduino library has its own inbuilt function. Right, now how we can use this Arduino board with this AVR programming that is remaining, right? So that we will see in today's lab. So this is lab number 10, and today what we will do, we will try to run this Arduino board using Atmel Studio. Do you follow what I say?
Sir, repeat.
See, previous lab was a lab on Arduino board. So this Arduino board, he has its own functions library.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this function are digital read, digital write, IO, analog read, pin mode. Right. So typical this Arduino program has its own set of functions. And to use Arduino board, we have to install Arduino IDE. So that Arduino IDE is a software. So whenever you install software, then this program which is shown over here, you have to upload. So entire program has to be uploaded on Arduino IDE. So it is void setup and then void loop. This is the typical feature of Arduino board. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now the question is that can we do this using Atmel Studio? Right. So today I will try. Right. I will give you the link from which you can refer the exact procedure. But the thing is that this Arduino board also has a AVR programmer, AVR controller. So this AVR controller is 328p. Right. Right now means before this lab, before lab 9, we are writing program in a simulator. So in simulator, you can assume any Atmega controller, Atmega 32, same program will work for Atmega 32 also. Program will work for Atmega, say 128 also. The difference between 32, 128 and other is that there is different size of memory, different size of ROM, different size of EEPROM, different size of flash. Okay. So that difference is so which programmer, which controller, AVR controller has to be selected, that depends upon the application. So if you are making any Arduino project, then depending upon the requirement of project, you have to select some particular AVR board, some particular Atmega chip. Okay, and then you can write down the program. Now here this Arduino Uno has a Atmega 328p. Right, so there is some correspondence between the pins of the Arduino Uno and 328p. Right, so I will show you that what is the correspondence between these pins. So here so this is the pin diagram. Can you see the pin diagram? Means this Arduino to Atmel pin mapping.
Yes, sir.
Right, so here see on right hand side, these are the pin of Arduino. So Arduino has a A0, A1, means outermost are the pins of the Arduino Uno board. So on Arduino Uno board we have A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. And we have digital pin, digital 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this brown color pins are the pins of Arduino Uno. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And this innermost pin with Atmega 328 are the pins of the Atmega 328. So this pin has a dual function. So Atmega 328 is 28 pin IC, and every pin has a dual or triple function, right? So VCC ground are fixed, which are pin number 7, 8 and pin number 20, 21, 22. So out of 28, 5 pin are for VCC ground and reference, analog reference. So 23 pins are port A pin, port B pin, port C pin and port D pin, right? So here you can see that, sorry, yeah, so remaining pins are pins of port C. So PC0, PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4, PC5, PC6, and of course then port D pin, PD0, PD1, PD2, PD3, PD4, PD5, PD6, PD7, right? Then port B pin, PB0, PB1, PB2, PB3, PB4, PB5, PB6, PB7, right? So these are port B, port C and port D pins. And same pin has a dual function in terms of interrupts, in terms of transmit, receive, clock and so many other analog ADC onboard ADCs, right? So this is the pin mapping between Atmega 328 and the Arduino Uno. So suppose you are writing program to read port B pin, for example PB2, and if PB2 is 1, then you have to output something on C port or D port. So PC0 to PC7 total 8 bits are there, or PB0 to PB8 total, PB0 to PB7 total 8 bits are there. So depending upon the status of PB2, we want to output something on D port or C port, right? So on which pin of Arduino we have to give PB2 input? So PB2 input means pin number 10 or digital pin number 10 on Arduino Uno, right? So on this pin we have to give input. And similarly for C port you have to check analog 0 to 5 and pin number 1, which is reset of this. Or if we say D port, then for D port it is PD0 to PD4 and this pin 11, 12, 13 pin. So 5, 6, 7 and this, so analog so digital 1, 2, 3, 4 that correspond to D port, and digital 5, 6, 7, so these are the D port pins, right? So so digital 0 to 7 are the D port pins. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So on this pin you have to look for the output, right? So today what we will do, I will first show you that how to run the code of at Arduino Uno on Atmel. Follow? So we will see that how to interface Arduino Uno with Atmel Studio. Right now we are using Atmel Studio in simulator mode up till now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we will interface Arduino Uno with Atmel Studio. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
and then we will run the code, upload the code on through Atmel Studio on Arduino Uno. Okay, so that is first part. And second part you can do is that you can connect Arduino Uno with Atmel Studio, but instead of running Arduino code, you can write C code of Atmega or AVR for toggling some B port or C port, and same code you can upload on Arduino Uno, and on Arduino Uno board you can see the effect. Okay. Okay, so I will share two videos for that purpose. I just put a link over here, right? So first is the link. Yeah, so this is the link. Just a minute. So let me give you the link. So first link is this one. So this is the link for how to connect Arduino Uno with Atmel Studio and run the same code of Arduino Uno through Atmel Studio, right? And in the second part, what we will do, we will yeah, so in the second part we will do other way, right? So other way means we are writing Atmel code, but this Atmel code will be, so how to program Arduino Uno using Atmel Studio. So the code will be of C program corresponding to Atmel, right? And here the program will be Arduino program. So both the things are different. So this is the experiment 10. What is given in your file is second part, but that is not uploaded. So that is we are doing only simulation of second part in your lab manual, right? But here we will implement that on here. This link will show that how you can implement that on Arduino Uno. Okay, so let me switch to that. Just a minute, where is the code? Arduino. So let me first, so in order to run this program, I have to first of all run the Arduino software, right? So this is my Arduino. Right. So this is the blink LED code. See, this program is a blinking LED, right? So this is a simple code which we will run through Atmel Studio. But first of all, in order to run through Atmel Studio, let us first run this on this Arduino IDE, right? So here we have to go File, Preferences, and yeah, this upload option should be, normally this upload option is not enabled, right? So here you have to enable this upload option, right? So without upload, this code will be so on the command prompt it will give some information about this upload procedure. So once you tick, so show verbose output during upload, right? So verbose output means how the actual code is uploaded using which kind of controller. That is all about verbose. So this has to be ticked, right? And we have to see that where this program is there. So this program is there on and here is a blink, right? So in the Arduino folder there is a blink tab, there this program is there. So now I upload. Oh, there is some problem. Tools, Arduino Uno, COM port, everything is selected. Okay, so now I upload it. So when it upload, it gives, so it will show that uploading is done. But with uploading done, it will give some message, right? So here AVR dude done. So AVR dude is a kind of controller which it has used, right? So all this information it will display, and it will also display information regarding regarding how many byte of memory used. So 924 byte of program storage space is used, and a global variable use 9 type of dynamic memory, leaving this many local variable. And it will display something that C user Mehu lab data local Arduino 50 package Arduino tools AVR dude 6.3 Arduino 7 bin AVR dude, and it shows this thing also dash CC user Mehu lab data. So this is the information which will be helpful for using it through Atmel Studio. So this thing, right, this is a yeah, so this is the kind of thing, yeah, so up to flash W, right? So this thing will be helpful. So we have to copy this, right? Now once we are done, so now our board is programmed, and what is the actual thing? It will on for 1 second and it will off for 1 second. So right now the LED is blinking with off period and on period of 1 second. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
I will show the board also.
Sir, can you simulate this?
See, this is Arduino code, so I will not be able to simulate it. It is I can show it to you, so just a minute, right? I have on the video. Can you see the LED blinking?
Yes, sir.
So it is blinking at a rate of 1 second. Okay, now what I will do, we will do the same procedure with Atmel Studio. So I just switch on Atmel Studio, means I have, okay, and in the Atmel Studio I have to create a new project. So I have to go to file, new project. Okay, can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
So here I have to enable create project from Arduino Sketch. Is it okay? So we are running program of Arduino on Atmel Studio. So I have to enable this option. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So I will select this last option. So here this is my Arduino code which I am running from Atmel. So I will Arduino Sketch on Atmel. Okay, so this is the name of my file, and I have to give the link over here. So I have to browse over. So this Blink, right? So this Blink is Arduino Sketch. So I have to just give this location, right? So this is what I'm doing. So already so this Blink code is already stored in this Arduino Atom Studio 7.0. So this I will say okay. Right now here it will ask for the blink.io. So sketch file is there on. Okay. So this is Atmega 328P Arduino ID patch. Arduino ID patch is over here. So okay, just a minute. So let me go through the. Okay, just a minute. Okay, just a minute. So here, okay, let us create it once again. File, new project, right? It is this. So Arduino Sketch 2. Okay, okay. Now this should, if this is correct, then so there is something wrong with that project. Yeah. So let me check whether Blink code is there or not. Um, Okay, so there is one modification required. So we are storing this Arduino code in a Blink folder. Now, where is the Blink folder? If we see Blink folder, then it is inside Arduino, right? So Arduino Blink. So this link we have to mention over atmel. Okay, so not over here, but it should be on C port program 86 Arduino, and so file open. So this Blink is a document Arduino Blink. So this should be, yeah, so okay, and this should be document Arduino and Blink, right? Yeah, and now I think this should work. Yeah, can you see the screen now? Right, so uh, so we have to specify the location of Blink file, which we have compiled while using Arduino IDE, right? So now this is the program. Can you see the program? Setup, pin mode, right? So let me change this to 2000, or let us say 5000, or let us say 2500. Okay, so it will be on for 2.5 millisecond and off for 2.5 millisecond. Okay, now whenever we build this code, see, it will be built. Can you see this build successful?
Yes, sir.
So the program has been built, but now what we have to do, we have to, instead of previously what we were doing, we were starting debugging, but this time we have to go to tools, then we have to use external tools, right? So this option will be there, and here uh, we have to write Arduino Uno Blink. So this we have to write. Now here we have to do some changes in the command and argument, right? So, and this action, this option should be enabled, but here we have to write down specific things related to this uploading, right? So, so that has to be, so that has to be, yeah. Okay, so what should be that? So let, yeah, right. So tools, external tools, and here we can write down anything. So this is just a Arduino Uno blink. Instead of that, we have to write an Arduino blink. Yeah, so this should be the location of our software, Arduino software. So, hardware, tools, AVR, and in and AVR too. So this we have to set. So I will just show it to you. Can you see the screen on this command prompt location?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now this should be set to C drive. In the C drive, our Arduino is there in program files. So we go to program file, Arduino hardware. In hardware tools, AVR, bin and AVR dude. So here there is AVR dude is there. Yeah, okay. Can you see AVR dude?
Yes, sir.
So this we have to select, and in the argument we have to select previously that so previously whenever we have compiled using upload in preferences upload, we have selected some option, so that we have to enable. So let us see that in detail over here. Right. This is AVR good. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the
Sir,
yes.
sir, we can do it also at Atmel 6, Studio 6.
Most probably. Let us complete this. So this is what I am doing, right? So now let us run the code. Uh, yeah, so this I have copy pasted, right? And I say now okay, right? So now after okay, it will show me this in option. So in tools, Arduino Uno blink will be enabled. Can you see Arduino Uno blink?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this we have to click. So now it will compile and upload using this option. AVR.exe done. Right. Now, if I show you, so this is, yeah, uh, so it is now blinking, right? But it is blinking with 2.5 second. Okay, so let us increase to 5 second or 10 second, then it will be visible. So let us again go to that Arduino. right? So we have, so there is no error, right? You can see that the error is not there, and this is our sketch. So in the sketch, let us make this time, that is 100, 10 second, and then if we execute, so debug, build solution, and tools, and Arduino Blink. No, it is not changing it. Let me, so tools, okay, so just a minute. Yeah, so something is missing in this. Let me just check it. So here in the argument, I have to mention uh, the directory also. That is what is said by. So project directory debug target name dot hex. So this we have done. So this part is not available. Yeah, so this is the file, flash w x file, right? So complete it with project directory debug target name dot hex project directory. So yeah, so project directory is this. So this will be there after w. So this I have to complete, right? This is remaining, so that's why there is problem. Okay, just a minute. So when I built it, then what is my project directory? Yeah, so this is the project directory. Yeah, C users, right? C users app data blink IO hex. This is the directory, right? So this I have to copy. Can you see this? So this was missing over here. Only up to hex, right? So dollar project directory, dollar sign should be there. So after W, mm, let me do it. So okay, so this I will do. Okay, then tools. Okay, now if I make it, it is not becoming 1 second. Okay, just a minute. Uh, so here tools. Okay. So guys, the problem is that this is working with whatever setting is there, which we have made while compiling Arduino Uno, right? It is not showing these changes. So for example, if this is set for 10,000 earlier, same program will work, right? So in order to load a new program, again you have to make changes in original Arduino program, and only that will be reflected over here. But this is one way. Then another way is using project, and instead of create project from Arduino Sketch, we can go for GCCC executable program project, right? So yeah, so here a new program will open. So here we have to select ATmega, and we have to select ATmega 328P, right? So this we have to select, right? And this will be the new window. Now here we have to follow the procedure which is as per the previous. Okay, then it will open a new C program. Now this C program we can write down for C language of standard AVR microcontroller, right? So this program, for example, uh, okay, so here, for example, if we write down the code of this your lab manual, which is basically uses yeah, so this is the code of yeah, so this is the code. Okay, so this is the program which was used earlier, right? So it uses port B and port C. So port B pin number 1 and port C pin number 7. These two pins are used, right? So we are compiling the program, we are writing the program, we are compiling the program, or we can also do this thing without that option. So right now okay, now we have to build the solution, right? So solution will build, right? So that can be easily, so here we can build the solution, and then again we have to set the external link. So in the external link we have to set again the command and argument, but this time we are using external bootloader. Yeah, so the command okay, so here we have to build the program. So build the solution. There is some error. Yeah. Build the solution. Yeah. Right. So it is built. So this code is built. Now we have to upload this code on. So here we have to again go to tools, external tools, and again the same thing we have to do. So already this is selected, but this path we have to give, right? So how to give this path, that is little bit tricky. So here this is project file. So let us remove this and so for this part, let me go to the word and I will select. Yeah, so let me copy the location from previous installer. And I will paste the link over here, right? And then only selected portion is right. So from this I select only one portion, that is, yeah, this one, right? So yeah, so .c inverted comma over here, and then I will select up to configuration file. So there I will put inverted yeah, so here I put this inverted comma, and then this W C up to INO, yeah, C up to INO I will cut, C up to INO I will cut. So and after W there will be again inverted comma. So after W there will be inverted comma, and after hex also there will be after hex also there will be, yeah, so dollar sign, so dollar sign and bracket, project name, project directory, debug, backslash, dollar sign, project directory, backslash sign, and target, project directory, debug. So dollar sign, project directory, then debug. So $ project directory, debug. After debug, there is one more $. After debug slash, then target name .hex. So then I have to type target name. So target name. Okay, so debug backslash $. Debug backslash $, here $. Target name .hex, right? Target name dot target name .hex I. Target name .hex inverted comma. Target name .hex. Yeah. So this link I have to copy paste in the argument file. Right. So this link I have to copy paste. Right, and this entire thing should be copied to this one. Okay, so this will I have to apply and tools. There is error reading system while configuration. Okay, tools, external tools. Yeah. Okay, so can you see the message? It is executed, right? Now, whatever you do with those B port and C port should be done as per the Arduino diagram. So this is the Arduino diagram, right? Arduino pin diagram. So here pin number 16 of Atmega. So now whenever you input 1 on pin number 10, digital 10, then that will be reflected on PC on which pin? On which pin? Your written program. The program is for, yeah, C port pin 7. Right, so this should happen. Right, so okay, but right now it is executing, so it looks that everything should work. Okay, so this is how you can program C program through C language, B port and C port, and whenever this become 1, PB2 becomes 1, then this will be done. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
So more thing you can do on your own. There are some videos available, so you can follow that. Okay. So this is for today's lab. So this is the lab number 10, right? So no, this is not the thing. This is yeah. So this is the lab 10, right? I'm not writing the code over here, but you can follow the link. So this is about programming Arduino Uno through Advanced Studio. Okay. So these are the 10 lab experiment, and this you have to write in your file. Okay, guys.